right, welcome back, guys. How you doing? So today we are going to make, well, not a woodshed, but basically close to a woodshed. I'm gonna make a woodshed just with walls, no roof, so I don't need a permit for it because I'll get dinged all over the place if I go and make another woodshed, especially of this size. I'm gonna go 24 and then 2 bays at 12 feet wide. So we got 3 big lines here. So we're gonna have a wall there, a wall there, and a wall there. And that's going to be pinned down to the bedrock, and so we can stack our wood and cord it in between there. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of work, but it's going to be great once it's done. Okay, guys, it's pouring rain. We're going to have to resume this later on. We'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, welcome back. So we're a totally different day. Yesterday was Friday, and we dug our trenches. Oh my goodness, look at all the work. Yeah, sorry. So Laura was doing a video at the house. She's making bear pork sausages. So she had the camera, so I've been out here by myself.
No, not by yourself.
Well, not by myself, yeah. Remember, black flies are bad. Oh, they're terrible. Gosh darn it. So we got our strings all set up, and we got everything leveled out with the water line there. So we're almost ready for putting the sonotubes down, and then we need to go get the mixer. Oh, what a mucky mess. We got so much rain. This was so full of water in here. It was a lake. We got the mixer. That's in the back over there. Got the generator for running that. Right now, we're just putting the sonotubes down. We're getting those set to where they need to go. All right, Nick, good enough for square? Sheesh. It's starting to look really good. We got the one in the corner here. We got one there, one there, one there. I was working on the one down at the end over there, but we're gonna have to pick this up another day. Morning, guys. We are Monday morning, Canada Day long weekend. So we're back over at the job site here. Oh yeah, I know. Okay, don't make fun of me. Canada long weekend. What am I doing working like a dog? Gotta do stuff when you gotta do stuff, right? All of our sonotubes all put down. Sonotube in the back. So everything's all set. We're ready to do concrete. So we're gonna get that poured up right quick. Like Laura's gonna give me a hand, so she's gonna try mixing the cement while I put it in there and see how we do. All right, the old mixture, she still works. Ain't fancy. We're gonna make some concrete with that. Got some dirty water over there. I don't know how much water we need just yet, because this is, we'll try one of these full. When you're putting it in, always make sure this is wet.
Just take that back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 10 gravel, 2 cement, 5 to 1. It's our ratio. Pretty dry in there. What you doing in there? All right, Laura's first batch of cement. Looks pretty good. Well, guys, I'm gonna tell you, cement's gonna be the easy part of this job. Oh, you always wanna give that a good few taps, guys. That just went down about 1/4 of an inch. There's air in there, and cement's gotta seep out to certain places. And make sure you got that filled right up.
Guys, Ed approves of my cement. He doesn't even look in it to check if it's good. Yeah, the deer flies and horse flies, they're like having a feast. So, one of these full, and Ed says to put it on the rim to wash everything down. Okay, and 5 gravel, 2 cement, and then 5 more gravel. So then I'm gonna do about half of one of these till it looks good. Looks good, right? Guys, I know everyone says mixing cement is really hard, and I get that if you were doing this all day, but it's actually really fun. I'm having a good time. I think when you work with Ed, anything seems fun, even dirty cement work.
Last hole and last batch, yay! Laura probably could have done a half batch, but I wasn't fast enough to tell her. Okay, so now that we got everything poured, gonna go get my anchor bolts from the truck. We gotta set those in. Okay, so we got some right big beefy rod that's welded on the end there. Got this from a job one time. They were gonna throw it all out. So we're gonna sink that in the cement and leave about roughly that much sticking out. That nut goes on after we got our 2x4 plate on there. Alrighty, gonna get this place cleaned up a bit. We'll get this all backfilled, make this right nice in here, and then yeah, we'll get building after that, I guess. All right, so we got some time today. We're gonna get this thing all backfilled again here. So we did the sauna tubes, that's all set. Everything's dried out right nice. Gonna get these lines all put back in there. Let's get that excavator going. Well, guys, the other day I had a pin coming out of my excavator here in the track. Had to weld that in place. We're gonna lose the track again. Last fall I'm out there and I'm doing it, the whole track split right off. The pin fell out. Alrighty, well, this looks far from finished, I tell you. I don't want to do any more with the excavator because I'm guaranteed I'm going to hit one of those and end up just knock the thing right over. one little bump with that bucket. The bucket probably weighs a ton. So we're gonna go get the shovel from the truck and we're gonna level that out a little bit. A lot, actually. It's gonna be so much effort. Nothing like a little bit of manual labor.
I like that.
Yeah, that's starting to look pretty nice. We got everything more or less leveled out here. All I gotta do is gonna put poles on the ground, like roughly about that big around, and we're gonna stack the wood on top of it. That's all gonna be inside here once the walls are up. So we're gonna level out that conundrum over there, get that leveled out, and I gotta make sure that nothing over there is too rough if I ever wanna get to the back of the shed for dry wood at the back for whatever reason. So let's level that out. All right, we got that all leveled out. That's where my pile was. I checked on the grass. Doesn't seem like there's too big of ruts over there and stuff, but this looks pretty decent. So I guess we're gonna call that good enough for our excavating. I leveled out the rest of my gravel. Next thing's next, we're gonna go get the trailer and we're gonna load a bunch of wood on it. Alrighty, welcome to the lumber pile. Okay guys, so this is all wood that I've cut myself, entirely myself, off the property, my 154 acres here. And I believe we're here for a whole bunch of these 8-footers, 8 in a row, minus the top. And I need somewhere around 44 to 50 pieces-ish. I'll grab a couple extra. But yeah, so we'll take 6 rows out of this one. And then we'll take a bunch of plates off that guy over there. So this stuff, I only just cut this spring. Man, this stuff feels paper dry already. Can you believe that? I think we got enough wood to do 2 foot on center, double top plate, and my pressure treated plates are at the house in the shade so they don't wrinkle. I bought those. So we'll put that tin back on, go get those, and we'll get that over to the site. Here we go. We got 6 pressure treated plates. That's for down by the bottom by the dirt. Had them in the woodshed to keep them straight. The sun is what really bakes them. And to think that our, oh, what pieces was it that I was missing? Oh yeah, all the strapping for what I'm gonna lean the wood up against is not even hardly on there. I got some stuff for bracing and whatnot, but that's about it. The pressure treated 2x4 12 foots, I believe it was $12, like 80 cents a piece or something like that. Everything else I cut myself. So far we're not out too bad. The concrete and sonotubes and everything cost me, a rebar sonotube, concrete and gravel, cost me 320 bucks. Oh yeah, and the pressure treated wood was in that 300 bucks, that's right. So it's not overly too bad. Let's get that over to the job site. All right, here we are at the site. Got all the kids with us. Yikes. We're gonna drop that off here. We're gonna go over to the house and we're gonna get some tools and stuff loaded up in the truck. Okay guys, so we got most of our tools all loaded in the truck here. Starting to look pretty good. Got my level, skill saw, air compressor, radio. Okay, so that there. The red compressor is what I built the house with in 2015. As you can see, there's no motor on it no more. we burnt it out. Anyway, so I got this hose here rigged up with a double male end on it so that it's gonna act as a pressure tank for my little compressor. And I got the gun hooked up. This guy is my brand new toy. Paid 300 bucks for that off of Amazon. Just the Metabo regular nailer there, nothing fancy about it. Anyway, so I'm super excited. I tried it just now for the first time. Hey, is Ed excited to build now or what? Good tools mean everything. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Okay, good morning guys. We're back at it. Let's get over to the job site and get banging some stuff together. All right, so first things first, before we turn on the generator to run the compressor or anything, we're gonna cut a whole bunch of our studs right down to the 7-foot height so that yeah, we're not wasting gas for no reason running the compressor and we're just cutting stuff. So we're gonna cut a whole bunch of those. So that's gonna be the height of our wall right there. There's gonna be a bottom plate, 2 top plates, just enough that I can do some nailing up there. And like you can back the truck in here because there's gonna be crossers going across the top to hold the 2 walls from falling over. That's the idea of doing this, is you can just stack the wood inside and this is self-supporting. And there's no roof because we don't need it, because then we don't need a permit. It's just like overexerted racking. A lot of effort to make this. 7 feet. Okay guys, so normally you would square everything. This is gonna take forever. We are not squaring nothing. Eyeball only. Pull a nick. How's that for square? Deadly. So when I say pull a nick, my buddy Nick frames construction all day long, every day. And he stopped squaring stuff and I'm like, you're crazy, man. Well, if we got to square every piece in here twice, that's around 100 squares. So we're just not going to do any. Remember guys, we ain't building a piano. Okay guys, you might be wondering why I'm cutting off 2 whole feet. So this is cut at 9 foot 2 inches roughly. So on the bandsaw, if you cut everything at 8 feet, there's only like a little bit at each end. Like let's say it's like this much at each end. When you put it on the bandsaw, that it's got lifters at both ends. So when I'm unloading it with the skidder in the pile, if it doesn't line up with those 2 rollers on each end, and that's how you level the log on the bandsaw, you have to manually shove it down the bandsaw to get it on one of these rollers so that you can lift it. So if you cut it everything a little bit longer, it just ends up on it and you can just do that without moving the log. So I just cut everything longer and then I could use these to build something that was 9 feet high without having to worry about it. But today we're building something that's 7. So we got 2 feet left over. That's pretty shameful. But anyway, that's the deal with that. All right guys, that's how we mark our pins. So I got holes like that. They're all down the, well, just the 3 of them there, but we'll drill those out. Okay, we got our plates laid out. We're gonna get Dylan to put all the studs in. I'm gonna fire up the generators and we can get the compressor running. Right on, guys. All right, so something that normally would have took me probably half an hour, maybe took, what did that take, though, 5 minutes? So we're gonna stand those up. I'm not gonna strap it right now. We're gonna brace everything kind of, and I'm gonna sheet the strapping on it later for the wood to go against, just for the sake of like, it's me and Dylan, it's gonna be too heavy. And I'm only gonna do it in half sections at a time. See, that's that heavy without all the strapping on there. Okay, we got our bench. We're gonna get that tied up there. Then we better put some more bracing on this jalopy. Man, I love this thing. So this one, guys, had to go in after so that you can lift the two walls separately. Oh. Super happy with that. That's starting to throw it into perspective really good. Okay, we got that all banged out within like minutes, guys. Gosh, I'm loving the nailer. Why didn't I do this years ago? Ugh. Tell you, being cheap sometimes is just not worth it. Here I am building a shed without a roof. Good deal? There you go. Sheesh. I'm too far. I can't see nothing. There we go. Right, second wall is up. It's starting to look all right. Pretty simple, but yeah, that's all right. Put a couple more braces in the middle just for fun.
Yeah. That's better.
We're gonna shift it your way. Okay, somewhere. Oh. There you go. You got yours first, eh? Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, so Ed made a mistake. If you see that footing there, it's about 6 inches in the wrong direction. I don't know what happened, what I hooked on to, whatever. We'll have to add another stud to make sure it's on that there pier. We are not building a piano. There you go. Perfectness. Okay, got that? Well, guys, I gotta say, my air compressor with that other tank is working just dandy. Love it. It's not even running. I got enough air. I can still run the nailer. I can't believe it. Anticipate setbacks, and you won't be disappointed when you have them. Okay. All right, guys, because that pier is in the wrong spot, we're gonna throw an extra stud in here to make sure that's sitting on the concrete. Not like there's a roof or nothing, but yeah, I don't want that to dip here. Mistakes were made. Okay, so next thing's next. Actually, I think we gotta go get different material now, because I'm gonna get the crossers, so something has to go from one wall to the next to hold all the walls from leaning out from each other. And that's gotta be, I think 12 feet. That's 11'1" in the bay. That's okay. So now your handle, hold it on the outside. Is it flush with the outside of the wall? If not, push it in. Right there? Hey, you wouldn't believe that, guys. That one's just level, just right there, just by eyeing it. Didn't even touch it. Okay, put yours flush to the outside. There. Guys, the day I shoot myself with my nailer, don't worry, you will hear about it. I guess since the benches are here, let's do the two in between. We're gonna do above every cement spot. Dill likes building, eh? Right there?
Yep.
Okay, so we got the crossers done in this whole bay, front to back. I got 5 of them. We're gonna put some braces in here now, since we're run out of material to do the other bay, so we still gotta go get that. So we'll put these guys all in here, like such, and that's gonna sturdy everything back and forth. I don't want too big of ones down too low, they'll get in the way. So we're just gonna use this. I've marked that at 28 inch. We'll put them up there. All right, so we got Dylan marking my 45 pieces, and I'm gonna cut them. Dylan's getting hungry, guys. Must be almost lunchtime. We literally need more pieces of wood for finishing up the top over there. So we're gonna go 4 more long pieces, but this is starting to look pretty nice here. Look at that. So the wood's gonna be piled in there, and that's the bracing so that everything's gonna be semi-stiff. Once that wood's piled in there, that shouldn't go nowhere. But it's lunchtime. We're gonna grab those pieces of wood and we'll be back right after. All right, guys, we've had lunch. We got our new pieces of wood here. Only needed 4 more. We'll get these cut up and put up. Okay, Mr. Pickle is not here to help us, so we're gonna have to figure this out on our own, guys. I got a block of wood at that end, but I can just slip that up in there just to get it to prop up there, and then I'll nail this end. So now we can take off all of our temporary bracing. So the building this way probably is really sturdy. It's not sturdy this way yet because we don't have any of our strapping on the wall. So on the wall, we're gonna go diagonal, like not horizontal and not vertical, diagonal. Okay, so we got the table saw set up, and we're going to be ripping everything in half. So like this here, my 1x6 is, you can use it like this, but I'm trying to make stuff stretch. It's only to hold wood against it, so like it doesn't have to be mega strong. That's 2 foot on center, so like a 1x3 can span over 24 inches just with wood leaned up against it, like no problem. So we're gonna rip all of this stuff in half, and we're probably gonna put a 3-inch space as we're going up the wall. Okay, so we're gonna take a long one just for the sake of that's gonna be long enough. We're gonna put a 45 on the end of that. And that's more or less gonna just give us a rough idea of where we're putting it on the wall. Okay, we're gonna cut ourselves 2 blocks out of here. That's gonna be our spacers. There's 1, there's 2. We're just gonna install those just enough that they don't move, that's it. Ed wants this to be done sooner than later, okay? We're gonna see if we keep going on with the 45 at the bottom. The top, I am just gonna chalk line that after. Remember, this is not a piano. But yeah, so our blocks here, just move that from, oops, this here to your next stud. All right, guys, check that out. That's starting to look pretty nice. Looks awesome. So later on, I'm gonna grab the chainsaw, I'm gonna cut that all along the top there. I could chalk line and use my saw, but okay, maybe I will use my saw, we'll see. I got this end there, that's just rough. We're gonna cut those off. The bottom, I did all that, so I wanted to bend over and cut those off after. It's way quicker to do that than it is to pre-cut those all to length. Then you're off, and then you're disappointed and upset, and this way it's just, and it's done. Be a little bit rough there just because like stuff's gonna be scratched around and whatnot, but that's 1 wall done, 1 out of 4. All right, so let's get started on this one. To the driveway deal?
This is the house.
Oh, it's the house? Is that the sidewalk? Oh, that's your foundation. Well, guys, the day's dragging on. It's just after 4 o'clock. Ed's on his days off. When I don't gotta work till 5, Ed's not working till 5. We'll see you guys in the morning. Morning, guys. How you doing this morning? So we're back at the shed. Didn't do much yet. I got a bunch of stuff ripped here. So that's what we're gonna put on. We're almost done this bay. We're probably halfway down here. So we're gonna get that tapped out. We're gonna go at least until the rest of this wood is done. It's supposed to get pretty hot today. And I'm supposed to be going to Totem Point Lodge later. So we'll see how far we get today. There's no way I have enough wood on the trailer. Hard to believe that's not enough. Alrighty, guys, that is the second wall done. Not worried about that up there. The wood might come to this height here. So that's good to go. Gonna be a few pockets like that around here. Alrighty, that wraps up another wall. So 3 out of 4 done now. Oh my goodness, it's getting warm. Alright guys, that concludes the walls. I guess we'll whip the chainsaw out and nip all that off of there. I'm gonna call that a wrap. Hey guys, so the nailer, my wife will put a link in the description for that. That is the Metabo nailer, up to 3.5-inch nails in that thing. You guys watched me use that the whole job. Was that ever rocking? I love it. Recommend, absolutely. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this build with Ed, and hope you catch me real soon. It's gonna be a little bit before this video flies. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you again real soon.